Hello students, welcome to MacTab. I am Ayush and here I am again with you with the next lecture of the series of number system. I hope you have completed all the previous lectures. If not, I advise you to first complete the previous lectures and then come to this one so that you can understand each and every concept very clearly. So without further ado, let's start our next lecture of this series of number system. In this lecture, we will learn about some more properties of whole numbers and we'll do question based on those properties. Right? First, we'll learn properties and we will do question to understand the property better. Right? So, the first property is associativity of addition for the whole numbers. This is the first property of today's class. Okay. So what is associativity of addition? It is nothing but here if I have two these numbers, right? So this property says that we can associate two numbers first, any two numbers first, according to our convenience to make the calculation easier. That means I can either add these two number first, or I can either add these two number first, or I can add these two number first. It is my own choice, right? So if I add 2 and 3 first, I'll get 2 plus 3 5, right? 2 plus 3 5 plus this 7. I'll get 7 plus 5 12. 12 is the answer. But I can also add it in another way, like this. See, if I add 7 plus 3, what will I get? I'll get a 10 here and then a 2 here. So it is simple 12. So this is uh, more convenient than this one, although both are easy because the numbers are small here. But if we associate two numbers so that we can make zeros, then the calculation will be easier. So this is the property of associativity. That means we should associate two numbers first so that the calculation can be easier. So now come to our first question. First question says find 14 plus 17 plus 6 in two ways. Okay, they want us to add these numbers in two ways. That means first we'll associate two different numbers and then we will associate other two numbers, right? So here 14 plus 17 plus 6. If I want to add this, how will I add? Either I can take these pair first or I can take any two pair first, right? Uh, in this method, in this way, I'm adding these two first, 17 plus 14. So 17 plus 14 is 31. If you add this, 7 plus 4, 11, 1 here, 1 extra. 1 plus 1 is 3, right? So it is 31 here plus the 6. The answer is 37. Got it? The another way of finding this addition is this: 14 plus 6, 17 plus 6. Now I'll associate these two numbers first. Why? Because it will make 0 here. Add 14 plus 6. What will you get? You will get 20. 14 plus 6 is 20, right? This is simple. So I simply write 20 plus 17. Now I can add these two orally, like 20, 17. I know it is 37 because here it is 0 and 7. So I'll write 7 only. And here 2 plus 1, 3. So 37. So this is the more convenient way of adding the numbers. So try to associate the numbers which can make more zeros. Okay, and it will make your calculation easy. So this is the use of this property of associativity, right? Now come to our next question. In this question it is written, this one, second one. In this question it is written 234 plus 197 plus 103. Now I want you guys to tell me which two numbers should I add first so that our calculation can be easier. Do you think adding these two numbers will be easier? No. although it is not very difficult, but if we add these two numbers first, we'll get a we'll get a simple multiplication. Simple, we will get a simple addition, simple digits. Because if I add this 103 in 197, what will I get? This is one. Notice this is 197 here. If I add this 3 here, I'll get a 200 and then a 100 again. That means 197 plus 103. What will I get? 7 plus 3, 10. 0 here, 1 here. 9 plus 1, again 10, again 1 here. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. You can see that here we are getting zeros. But if I add these two numbers first, I'll not get any zero. And the calculation will be more time taking. Okay. So if I add these two numbers first, I'll get 300. Then I just add 234 into 300. What will I do? I'll simply say 300 plus 234 is nothing but 534. Why? Because this is 300 and here it is 234. If I add these two, because of these zeros, I'll write 4 and 3 here simply, because if I add 0 to 4, I'll get 4 only. If I add 0 to 3, I'll get 3 only. So I just have to add these two numbers, 3 plus 2, 5. So here the calculation is much easier. If just try to calculate it in this way. Just add these two numbers first and just then add this number. Then you will get to know why I am saying this is more convenient. So this is how we have to make more zeros. First add the numbers uh, in which we are getting zeros or which we can add orally, right? I hope you got this concept. Let's come to our next question. This is the next property. It is distributivity of multiplication over addition. What does it says? If I tell you I want to multiply 2 with 3 plus 2 with 7, what will I get? 3 into 6. 3 into 2 is 6, right? And 7 into 2 is 14. So the answer will be 20. 6 plus 14 is 20. But notice this thing. Let me change the pen's color. Notice this thing. The 2 is here and 2 is here again. So the 2 is common in both the multiplication, right? So other way of doing this is that if I write it here like this, 2, 3 plus 7, that means this 2 is multiplied by 3 and then this 2 is multiplied with 7 again, right? This is what it is written here, 2 into 3 and then a plus sign and then 2 into 7. If I put this 2 out of this bracket, then it indicates that this 2 will be multiplied with 3 and this 2 will be multiplied with 7, and then we will add these two just like we did it here. 2 into 3, 6 plus 2 into 7, 14. Instead of doing it like this, 2 into 3 plus 2 into 7, this means 3 into 2, 6 plus 7 into 2, 14, again 20. We can directly add these numbers first, right? If I just add these numbers, 3 plus 7, what will I get? I'll get a 10 and 2 is in 2 is out of bracket. That means it is written 2 into 10 and I'll get 20. So isn't it easier? If I give you a question like this, 2, 3 plus 7, if you go this way, you will first write 2 into 3 plus 2 into 7, then you will multiply 2 into 3 with it is 6, 2 into 7 it is 14, and then you add 6 plus 14 is 20. But another way is this. If it is written here 2 bracket 3 plus 7 bracket closed, you just add these two. 7 plus 3, 10, and then multiply it with 2 and you'll get a 20 here, just as here and here. I hope you got this concept. Now come to our questions. It is written 4 into 5, 4 into bracket start 5 plus 8 bracket close. What does it indicates? It indicates 4 into 5 plus 4 into 8. That means 4 into 5 is 20 plus 4 into 8. What is 4 into 8? It is 32. Right? If I add these two, what will I get? 20. This 2 here and 0 here. If I add 2 and 0, I'll get 2. If I add 3 and this 2, I'll get 5. So instead of doing it like this addition, I advise you to practice it like this so that you can calculate faster. So 2 and a 0, 2, 3 plus 2, 5. Simple as here. So one way of doing this is this. Another way is 4 into 5 plus 8. Just add these two numbers first. 5 plus 8 is 13 and this 4 here. So if you multiply 13 with 4, 4 into 3, 12, 1 extra. 4 into 1, 4 plus 1, that is 5. The answer is still same. So this is the property of distributivity. We can either distribute it like this or we can directly do the calculation like this. This is the property which indicates that if something is written like this, it indicates this thing. But if you want to calculate, then we can do it like this so that the calculation can be shorter and convenient. Also time saving. Right? Now first write this in expanded form. How we will expand it? 6 into 7 plus 6 into 9. So 6 into 7 is 42 plus 6 into 9 is, what is 6 into 9? It is 54. Right? I hope you know the tables till 15. If not, I advise you to first, if I advise you to learn till 15 gradually. If you know the tables till 8, that's okay. First learn till 12, then 14, and then 15. So gradually learn these tables. It will help you in calculation. Okay. So 4 plus 2 is, if I add these two, 54 plus 42, what will I get? 4 plus 2, 6, and 5 plus 4 is 9. So the answer is 96. Also, what else I can do is 6 into 7 plus 9. 7 plus 9 is 16 into the 6. So if you multiply 6 with 16, what will you get? 6 into 6 is 36. 6 here, 3 extra. 6 into 1 is 6 plus this 3 extra. 6 plus 3 is 9. So the answer is again 96. So it is up to you. The you can use either of the method which you think is more convenient to you. Right? Now I want you guys to do this question for me. And I don't want you guys to expand this question. Okay, I just want you to do it by this way. Okay, just try your hand on it. I hope you have done it. It is very simple, right? 7 into 11 plus 9. First add these two. What will I get? 11 plus 9 is 20 into this 7. So if you multiply 20 with 7, what will you get? 140. How? 20 into this 7. 7 into 0 is 0. 7 into 0 is 0. And then 7 into 2 is 14. So you will get 140. Right? I hope you got this. Let's come to the next one. This is the next question. the school canteen charges 20 for lunch and 4 for milk for each day. Okay, how much money do you spend in 5 days on these things? That means in a school the canteen charges 20 for lunch, right, and 4 for milk. So I ask you, what if you want the lunch and the milk? How much should you pay for the one day? So you will give 20 for lunch and 4 for milk. You will add this and you will get 24, right? You have to pay 24. Why? 20 for lunch and 4 for the milk, right? But it is the question is asking here that how much money do you spend in 5 days on these things? If you want lunch and milk for 5 days, what will you do? Either you can do this 24, because 24 lunch and 4 for milk into 24 is for one day, so I want it for 5 days, so I just multiply it with 5. What will I get? 5, 24 into 5. How will you do it? 5 into 4, 20, 0 here, 2 extra. 5 into 2, 10 plus this 2, 12, right? So I have to pay 120 for 5 days if I want lunch and milk for 5 days. Another way of doing it is this: 5 in multiplication, because this is 20 plus 4. This is 5 is in multiplication because I want lunch for 5 days and I also want milk for 5 days. So we can do it this way also: 5 into 20 as we have done earlier. Then 5, wait a second. Then 5 into 4. What will you get if you multiply 20 with 5? 20 into 5 is 100. 5 into 0, 0. 5 into 2 is 10. So it is 100 here plus this. 5 into 4 is 20. So it is 120. You can do it either way, the way you find more convenient. Okay. I'm just telling you the properties now. Once we are done with all the properties, we'll do questions. Then we'll focus on the method which can be more convenient according to the data given, right? So that's all from my side. I hope you enjoyed the video. You understood each and every concept. I suggest you to practice with some random questions and learn tables by heart. So in the next lecture, we'll do some questions based on the properties which we have learned. Till then, bye bye, take care, study hard.